There is a photograph of you on your first day of kindergarten. Backpack bigger than you are, smile so wide your eyes are squinting, your mom's hands on your shoulders, your dad standing beside her holding the camera. Nobody looking at that photograph would believe where you end up at 17. Not your mom, not your dad, not your kindergarten teacher who wrote "a pleasure to have in class" on every single report card for 6 straight years. Here is what happens between that photograph and the night everything ends. You grow up clean, good grades, good habits, good kid. Then middle school comes, and with it, the wrong classroom, the wrong seat, the wrong 5 minutes on a Tuesday afternoon behind the gym. 5 years later, you are standing outside a convenience store at 11 p.m. with something in your jacket that was not there at dinner. Your hands are shaking, not from cold, from the thing that owns you now. The thing that started as a joke between friends and became the only fact of your life that still feels real. You go inside. 4 minutes later, sirens. This is how it happens. This is every level of the pipeline nobody warned you about. Level 1, the good kid. You are 6 years old. You wake up before your alarm every single morning. You brush your teeth without being told. You eat breakfast at the kitchen table. Eggs and toast, with your backpack already packed and waiting at the door. You love school. You love raising your hand. You love the star chart on the wall and the way your teacher smiles when you get the answer right. Your bedroom has a poster of the solar system. You have already told your dad you want to be an astronaut. He laughed and said, "Aim higher." You both laughed. Your report cards are perfect. Your teachers love you. Your parents are proud. You are the kid nobody worries about. That is the first problem. Nobody worries about the kid nobody worries about. Level 2, the new school. You are 12. Middle school is louder, bigger. The hallways feel different, like everyone already knows something you don't. First week, you are assigned a locker next to a group of boys. They are confident, funny, the kind of boys who make you feel either included or invisible. On day 1, they choose to include you. You go home Friday and tell your mom you made friends. She smiles. She is working double shifts this month. She is tired and happy for you. She does not ask their names. Your dad is watching the game. He nods when you tell him. "Good," he says. "Make sure they're good kids." You say, "Yeah." You have no idea yet. Level 3. The first time. A 2022 University of Texas study found that the single greatest predictor of teenage drug use is not poverty or broken homes. It is who you eat lunch with at 12 years old. You are 13. One afternoon behind the gym, one of them pulls something out, passes it around like it is nothing. You hesitate. They look at you with that specific look, the one that asks a question without asking it. You take it. It burns. You cough. They laugh. You laugh too. Nobody knows. Not your mom working doubles, not your dad watching the game, not your teacher who still writes "a pleasure to have in class." It feels like nothing. It is everything. Level 4, the slide. You are 14, then 15. Once becomes sometimes, sometimes becomes often, often becomes every day. Every day becomes the first thing you think about when you open your eyes. Your grades collapse. B's become C's. C's become F's. You stop raising your hand. You stop caring about the star chart. You stop thinking about the solar system poster on your bedroom wall. Your dad asks you once directly, "Are you using?" You look him in the eye and lie without flinching. He believes you, because believing you is easier than the alternative. Because he works long hours and comes home tired, and your mom works doubles and comes home exhausted, and somewhere in the gap between their exhaustion and your bedroom, you disappeared, and nobody caught it in time. They are not bad parents. They love you. But love without attention could not compete with what you found behind that gym at 13. Level 5. The point of no return. The National Institute on Drug Abuse reports that teenagers who begin using before age 15 are 4 times more likely to develop full addiction than those who begin at 21. 4 times. You are 15 when it stops being a choice. You do not notice the exact moment it stops. That is the cruelest part. One day you think you could stop if you wanted to. The next day, you realize you cannot tell the difference between wanting to and being able to. By junior year, you need it every single day. And every single day, it costs money you do not have. You start skipping school to figure out how to get money. Small things at first, then less small.
Your old friends, the ones from elementary school, stopped calling a long time ago. You are only comfortable now with the 5 boys who have been pulling you under for 3 years. They need money too. Someone has a plan. Level 6. The night everything ends. You are 17. It's a Thursday night in November. You took something 2 hours ago that made the world feel soft and distant and manageable. Your hands are steady. Your brain is slow. You are not thinking about your mom or your dad or the photograph from kindergarten or the poster of the solar system still on your bedroom wall. You are thinking about tomorrow morning and how sick you will feel and how much that will cost to fix. You and one of the boys walk into a convenience store on 5th Street at 11:07 p.m. with a clerk who is 3 hours into a 12-hour shift. He has a son about your age. He has a photograph on the register of a kid in a baseball uniform smiling so hard his eyes are squinting. You do not see the photograph. You pull out what's in your jacket and you tell him to open the register. He is terrified. You can see it. Some part of you, the part that is still the 6-year-old with the backpack, registers his terror and feels something. But the part that owns you now does not care. He opens the register. You take what is there. You turn to leave. Someone presses the silent alarm. You do not know this yet. You are outside for 40 seconds before the lights appear. Blue and red, blue and red. You run. You are not fast enough. The handcuffs are cold. The officer reads you your rights in a flat, professional voice. You are put in the back of a car and you watch 5th Street pass by through the window. You think about your mom. You think about her hands on your shoulders in that photograph. You think about how she is going to look when she gets the call. The 6-year-old in that photograph did not disappear all at once. It disappeared because nobody was watching closely enough. Not because his parents were bad people. They were not bad people. They were hard-working people. People who confused providing with parenting. People who thought putting food on the table and a roof overhead was enough. It is not enough. Here is what the research shows, and what nobody puts in the parenting books. The first mistake. They stopped asking small questions. Who did you sit with today? What made you laugh? Who is the new friend? What is his name? Small questions that feel like nothing, but build a wall around your child that the wrong people cannot get through. The second mistake. They were present in the house, but absent in the room. There is a difference between a parent who is home and a parent who is paying attention. Your son needed the second kind. He got the first. The third mistake. They believed the lie because believing it was easier. Every parent knows that moment. The direct question, the eye contact, the answer that sounds just convincing enough. The parents who dig deeper, who say, I hear you and I still need to know more. Those are the parents who catch it at 13 instead of finding out at 17 when the phone rings at midnight. Your child does not need you to be perfect. He needs you to be present, not in the house, in the room, in the conversation, in the 3 seconds before he makes the decision that costs him everything. Because those 3 seconds are winnable, but only if you were paying attention long before they arrived. Which mistake hit closest to home? Drop a comment.